Hello guys, I wanted to make a video, hopefully a short video, because I could talk about this topic a really long time. I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV online, which is like this online game, like an MMO, multiplayer, massively multiplayer online game. And I've been playing for a long time, probably since like 2014 or something, I don't know, but like on and off, like I leveled the character like to 17, and then I kind of got distracted playing other games and things like that, so on and off I've been playing for ages, but I never got past like level 17 or 20. I don't think I've ever got past level 17 because I kept like changing jobs and stuff in my character. But anyway, the last few months I really wanted to get into it, like I think especially because Asmongold started playing it, and I don't know, he made me really interested in playing it as well. Just by him thinking about playing it made me, I don't know, but anyway, in the last, about 7 weeks ago, I made a new character, and I played it, and I've been playing it a lot, and I did the initial part, and then I think my sister started playing as well, because I mentioned her about Asmongold playing it, and she watched one of his videos and got interested in it, and so when she played it, it got me past this little hump of like from 17 to 20, and once I got to 20 I was like, whoa, I've never been this far before. So just having someone else to play with helped me, motivate me to keep playing more. And then she started playing Pokemon Unite, and so did I for a while. But then I went back to it, and the last couple of weeks I've just been playing it a lot, and once you get past a certain hump in the storyline, like the early starts when you're just like a little fledgling like adventurer, like you're just doing kind of menial kind of things, which is fun too. But then once you get to a certain point, you start doing things, saving the realm and stuff, and like in the storyline, they're like, oh wow, you saved the realm, and like, oh, let's invite you to see the leader and stuff like that. And so it gets really interesting, and so that happened, and then I had to do dungeons and stuff. So it's like when you do like instances with other people, so usually 4 other people, and so I practiced a lot, like with the things that they had this stuff called I don't know, where you train and practice. So I got really practicing because I was tanking. I played Marauder, which becomes a warrior later on, but anyways, so I was practicing that a lot, and then I did dungeons, and I think often before I did a dungeon I would like look up videos on what to expect in the dungeon, because some of the bosses have different mechanics that you got to know what to do when things happen, and so I would watch all these guys on YouTube, like 3 or 4 usually, before I did the run, and I would tell the other people when this is going to be a long video now, oh, what's happening, I would say, oh, this is my first time here, and they're always so nice. Like, I kept hearing like the Final Fantasy community is so friendly, and they really are. They're so nice. Like every time I did a dungeon and they knew, and I said it was my first time, they're all like really helpful and everything, like giving me tips, and some would show me the way through the dungeon and stuff. Just had the best experience all the way through. And then I got to level 50, and then at level 50 I suddenly got this urge to like change to samurai, because at level 50, if you make a level 50 character, you can unlock the samurai class. So I did that, I unlocked it, and like you just get this like a level 50 samurai straight out the bat with all these abilities, and I'm like, this was like a couple of days ago, maybe three days ago, and I was like, wow, I want to continue the main, because I was getting near the end of the main story quest, because there's like this main story quest that goes all the way through a Realm Reborn, which is the first part of the game, before they did the expansion packs. Anyways, I'm getting to the tail end of it, like I was tanking the whole way, and I was having a lot of fun, but then I thought, oh, I want to play samurai, like, and so I thought I can't jump into an instance like at this level and I wouldn't know half of what the abilities did, and so what I did was I just went back to square one, like with this character, with the samurai character. I took it back to like the very first, actually not even the first dungeon. Before the first dungeon, you have like these like quests, what do you call it, Hall of the Novice or something like that, where you do training and you play with the computer, and it teaches you what to do as a DPS, because now instead of tanking, I'm like doing damage. And like that's a role that I'm not really used to doing. Like I'm used to doing the tanking role or the healing role usually. Oh, I did do some damage. I played a rogue a little bit in WoW, but not as much as I did like the warrior and stuff. But anyway, I did all that Hall of the Nova stuff, and then I did Guild Hess, which like a little mini dungeons. Like they only take like a minute or two. Which kind of teach you different things, mechanics and stuff like that. So I did a whole bunch of them, and then I looked up how to set up my hotkeys and stuff, and how to put it on my mouse. put it on my mouse. Like I have these buttons like what to bind and stuff. So it was like a whole learning experience, like learning DPS, all this stuff. It was really fun. But like it was like I was so interested in it. And there was a training dummy where I was practicing like what to do, like my rotations. Like it's so fun actually. Like it's a whole different world. Being DPS, it's really fun actually. And so then I did the first dungeon, as I queued up for that dungeon as my samurai, and it went really well. Like, and it was really cool because at that stage you only have a couple of abilities, so it's like hit and hit. That was basically the two things I could do: hit and then do another hit with a combo. That was all I had to do really, and just follow the tank around because the other group, I'm playing usually with experienced players who know exactly what to do. Every now and then there'll be like a new person like me, but mostly it's like other really experienced players going through. And so all I had to do was follow along and just kind of do my thing. And like each dungeon I would watch the video beforehand to refresh my memory of what to do, especially as a DPS. Like sometimes with DPS you got to do different things, like watch out for different things. And so it was really fun. And like in one day, basically one night, like I think from midnight onwards I did a couple, and then the next day, which was yesterday, Saturday, was it Saturday? Yeah, I think it was Saturday. I just did every single dungeon up to like level 50. So I don't know how many that is, like 10 dungeons. I did them all, and it was so cool. Like, and each dungeon I would like have more abilities I could use from the samurai. This is a really long video now, but I guess I'm just gonna do it. This is my experience. Basically, so I did it all the way up to level 50. Dungeons, and I did some dungeons that weren't part of the main story that I hadn't done before as well, and they were fun too. And so the good thing about not being a tank is like you don't need to know the way of where everything is. You can just follow the tank around, and you just need to know like what mobs like if there's any mobs you have to target first, or things to watch out for that mobs do, and especially for the boss, like what the mechanics are, like what to dodge, and if you need to like do things like turn on lamps and cut like things that you need to do as DPS, which is slightly different. And also learning how to do damage output, like trying to do a lot of damage, and there's a thing called limit breaks. It's so cool. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but basically as you're fighting during the dungeon, this little bar fills up for the group, and when it gets full, it's like, let's say it's full means you can use it, and anyone in the group can use it, but that'll use up the charge. But usually, apparently, when I was reading, they go, it's good for the melee DPS, which is what I am as a samurai, because that will do damage to one target, usually the boss, so it's a good thing to use it on if there's no other use for it, because the healers can like res everybody, or the tank can like mitigate damage to a whole party, all this stuff. But anyway, I got to do it because I never really did it before as the tank, and I guess I shouldn't have done it because I didn't really need to mitigate damage to the party really for anything. But because when you do the limit break, it takes up a lot of the boss's energy, and you kind of like it looks really cool. Makes me feel awesome. But anyway, so that was really fun. Anyway, so then once I did all the dungeons and stuff, and all the trials as well, like beating these big primal god things, I did all on my samurai. And so I'm like, yes, I've kind of earned my stripes. I've done everything up to like that point 50. And so I just switched over in the main story to playing my samurai. And so I did the last 2 dungeons, which were so fun. There were like 8 people instead of 4 people, with 8 people. It's this massive group of people going through this thing. Like, it was so fun. And the last 2 dungeons were so fun. And you can't, I normally would want to skip sometimes I would skip the, because when I was doing it yesterday, doing all these other dungeons, I was skipping the dungeons and watching the cutscenes afterwards in my inn, because you can do that, so that other people don't have to wait. But in the last 2 dungeons, you can't skip this scene. I was like, oh, there's a lot of cutscenes and I can't skip it. But I guess it's a good thing, because Square Enix, the company that makes this game, they wouldn't let you, probably the first time you do it, they don't let you skip it because they want you to enjoy the story. And I really enjoyed the story because of, you're doing it at the time, not watching it later. So I'm so glad that they've made that. And actually, when the cutscene's finished, I noticed that the other party, usually, they were just kind of waiting around for us to finish watching this. I think when I rewatched the video that I recorded, there was 2 of us out of 8 that were new. So they were just waiting for us to finish watching the thing. They didn't like keep going on without us. Sometimes they did a little bit, but just the trashy stuff, like nothing important. But anyway, I've had so much good experience on the way. The players are so nice. People just randomly give me stuff because I'm a new player. It's so cool. Anyway, it was epic. The last 2 dungeons especially were like, it felt like I was in a movie, and I was like it was the finale of a big exciting movie, and you're involved in the movie. You're in the movie, like, because they flash to you all the time. You're the main character of this story. It's so cool, and they're all like talking about you, and it feels good because I felt like I did earn that the right to be like that, because I'd done all this stuff leading up to it. Like, I actually had to do these dungeons, had to learn how to play well to get through to this point, and spend a lot of time doing these quests. So I felt really like, yeah, I did do this. It wasn't like just handed to me. It was good. Although in the last 2 dungeons, it really was handed to me because I was just following along. It was happening. Like, whether I was there or not, that would have killed everything. It was fine. But yeah, it was really good. And it was so fun. There was parts of the thing where you kind of like do this thing because of the video. It tells you what to do. Like this guy Tom, especially this video. There's a few that I usually watch, but this guy Tom, his videos are really good, and it's kind of funny as well. But he tells you like do this thing so you can later on get into this mech thing. And it's so fun. You run around as this like mech, which is like a robotic thing, and like you damage the. It's so fun. And like unexpected too, because like all the way through you hadn't done something like that quite like that. So it was fun to get a chance to do that. I don't know. So then when I finished the game, it felt like the finish of this game was exactly the same feeling as if I was finishing a Final Fantasy game, because I finished Final Fantasy XIV before a long time ago. It was the only one I finished, I think. Final Fantasy XIV from memory. The others I played but then dropped off. But 7 I finished and put a lot of time into it. And it gave me the same feeling as doing that. But this time I was doing it, my character, not Cloud, it was me. My character was the main character of this story. And hold on a second. I'll wind this up. And I was playing with other people at the same time, so just not by myself. So I had a really good time. I'll finish up now. And I'll talk to you guys like, man. Alright, it was a really good game, and I'll see you guys later. Yeah. Alright. My mom just gave me some corn. Anyway, so I can continue now. So basically, before I forget, I want to thank Yoshi P, who's the director of this game, Square Enix. He's done such a good job, and everybody involved. Like, it's such a labor of love. I can tell from this game that it's like a labor of love. That it's like this. The music is so good. The voice acting is so good. The characters are so good. I love the story. Which is weird because like I kept reading like, people say, once you get through A Realm Reborn, it starts to get really good. I'm like, I just finished A Realm Reborn, which is the first part, and I really love it. So it's going to get better, isn't it? And like people said, Shadowbringers, which is the third one, is like amazing. I'm like, I can't wait for it. I'm very excited. So I really enjoyed this game. I'm loving it, and I just wanted to make a video saying I finished A Realm Reborn finally after, what is it, like 6 years or a long time since I started playing. It's funny because the ending of the game ties into the start of it. You get the same kind of, it's like a circle, like, it's beautiful. Like like when you first start a character, there's this voice talking to you and this big crystal, and I don't know, it all kind of ties in together. It's so nice. I loved it. So I'll end the video now. I'll just say, I'll show you some photos. If you want to watch, like, hold on. I've got so much to say at one time. Here's a photo of me with the game. My scions, the buddies. I don't know if you can see my character. He's in there. That's his samurai. In my starting samurai gear. That's just as close you get at the start. But I like it. It looks cool. I think it looks cool. But I can't wait to get like really cool like samurai stuff. I'll tell you the reason I wanted to, and this is me with the game. That's me during the ending, one of the cutscenes of the dungeon. If you want to watch my whole playthrough, I recorded it Thuan Plays on my other channel, ThuanPlays, and it will be there, my videos. But you don't have to watch it. But if you do want to watch it, like I recorded the whole thing, which is many hours. This is me talking while I'm playing it. But anyway, what was I going to say? I was going to say something. The reason I wanted to play Samurai was like, I thought I was just kind of going to try it because I like playing Warrior too. But as soon as they gave me a katana, I started to geek out internally because or externally too. Because like I love anime, I love One Piece, as you can see from up here. I love One Piece, and there's a character named Zoro. He's a swordsman, And so in this game, and also like Rurouni Kenshin, he's also a samurai, wandering samurai, and he has a sword as well. And so, and also one of my favorite books is Musashi, about this samurai. So when I got to do a few of these, and the moves look really, really cool. It geeked me out. It made my eyes go turn into hearts, literally turn into hearts. I can show you a video because I uploaded to the, That's what it looked like. That was me on the first few moments on the training dummy, trying out some moves. Look how cool it looks! And some of the moves, like rose petals fly around and everything. It's so cool. And as soon as I saw that, I just oh my god, I want to do this. I want to become a samurai. And so that's what I was like. Because at first I was thinking maybe it'll be my alt job. I'll stick with my warrior, finish the main story quest, and then level up this as a side. So I've got a DPS. But then once the idea took hold, I was like, this sounds really fun. And I wanted to learn how to play DPS because it was a mystery to me. All this rotation stuff and stuff like that. And I'm slowly learning a little bit. But I'm so interested in learning about it as well. Anyways, I'll wind up the video now. Thank you for watching. Basically, the gist is I want to thank Square Enix and everyone involved for making this game so good, and also for the people who play that make it so good, because that's half of the experience is these awesome people you play it with. So that's all the video, and I wanted to make a short one, but I couldn't because I love it too much. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Bye. Oh yeah, if you want to, my character is Skori Kaitika. Skori space Kaitika, Caetika, on Siren server on Ether, the Internet Center, if you ever want to say hello. But anyways, bye.